Alright, I think I got it. Hi everyone. I didn't get to the Nekopada Catboy Paradise stream or whatever pre-recording. It says it's a stream, but it's pre-recorded. I didn't get to it. I did try to edit some stuff, but I still am workshopping that and didn't want to rush anything. But I had a lot happen in like the past like 24 hours and a little bit longer than that, and I kind of want to get into it. Some of it's bad, like really bad, but I'm not going to get in detail about it. I am going to mention some of it. And then I got some really good news, like, ooh, we're doing things, we're being productive, we're being professional, but not too professional. We do not reward super perfectionistic ideals. Come on. Jenta, you've learned. You've learned not to do that. So I'm not going to do that. But yeah, just diving into it. The main reason I kind of got completely off task, like I had the momentum, and of course, usually when I have a good momentum, something bad ends up happening, and it's usually something pretty bad. So what ended up happening was my mom had said something, and I got a little bit miffed, and I rebutted that and said I was insulted by that. And I don't know how, but it turned into a completely different ordeal. And it basically was, I'm upset about my grandpa and his behavior. And I just said a bunch of stuff that's been on my mind. Like I was pushed to the breaking point. Like that's not that's my house. That's how we work. We could be fighting about one thing, but really it's about this other thing that's completely unrelated. So, yeah, I vented my heart out about my grandpa, and without getting into too many details, um, yeah, I really don't want him in this house. Basically, I hated him so badly after this. Like he wasn't even in the house yet, because he spends all of his time downtown. And at this point, I had worked myself up into a tizzy where I'm like, oh my god, I just had this breakthrough. He's a fucking horrible person, and I already was against him coming back into the house, even if he just like stayed in the basement and shut up most of the time. He just brings that kind of air. So, mom managed to get him to stay downtown with the homeless, but he's not homeless. He sleeps in the church. That's where he's been when he first got asked to leave. So I have 3 days without grandpa, so I can record my lines. I can calm down and not do something too drastic. And me and mom can work something out whether we really do need him out of the house. And let me tell you, it's been like a full day and a half of him not being here. Like he's for sure practically barred from here for 3 days. I feel so much better. The air of toxicity he has loomed over both of our heads. My mom agreed 100%. Like, remember how this started? Like, I felt offended at something my mom said, and it turned into me venting about grandpa. Oh my god, I feel bad for Dreamy. She's, oh, so sweet baby. She's having some butt problems. We got her special butt lotion. But anyways, while I was venting and screaming my heart out about like all this realization about my grandpa, Dreamy got completely overstimulated and was basically going back and forth from me and my mom being the therapy dog and kind of being in distress. So I've been trying not to let that eat to me. That was also part of the argument, was like it takes 3 generations of quote unquote shitty parenting or bad parenting behavior till like the fourth generation or the third generation goes, nah, we ain't doing that no more. We're not gonna do that stupid shit. So yeah, that's the bad news. I had a really freaking bad meltdown, but my mom's super supportive, and for the first time, I basically opened up to her. And I think I can confidently say that the one thing I'm scared to tell her, I think I can tell her. Because she she admitted that she shouldn't have said it this way, but she said it's like, even if you stab somebody or hurt me, I will still love you. And I go, that's not right. Unconditional love. That is my mom. I don't deserve it. I truly don't deserve it. And we had a discussion about that and stuff. And God, I don't deserve my mom. She's amazing. I would never, ever, ever hurt my mom, by the way. That she was being dramatic and being like, bruh. Anyway, so all that happened. It was an emotional roller coaster. I was supposed to be making a call with somebody in the Vtuber group, and because I was so, like, I cried, scream, calm down, cry, scream. It was bad. So I wasn't able to do the call, which kind of added to the stress. I had to cancel it, and I felt bad. Gonna try to fix that. Did start working on my lines for my voice acting small gig, which is fun and stressful because, of course, Mrs. Procrastinator over here has to just like wait till the last minute. Not almost the last minute. I think they're due on the 11th or the 12th. Thank God I'm not a main character. Oh my God, if I was a main character, I'd feel even worse, and I'd probably be like, you need to recast, but it's only like not even 30 lines, it's like 25 or something. I can do that. I can pump those out. That's a really weird thing to say. Anyways, so the good news, now that we got all that garbage out of the way, so the good news is I'm back to being productive. I have this veil of like darkness and crap off of me. I've been being productive. I've been working on fan art of the bunny boy, best bunny boy, Camille. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. I'll show that if I can. I don't know if the speed paint is recording because I might have disabled that feature. For some reason, Procreate, my app, secondary app I use for drawing on my tablet, I fiddled with the brushes and now they act super funky, so I might have to delete the app and just reinstall it. I might lose some pieces of art, but there wasn't much on there, but it's a whole mamby-pamby thing. So yeah, I'm having fun. That's therapeutic, doing some coloring, light shading, color correcting. So that's productive. And here's the really good news. I am seriously working on a music video. One of my siblings, Lilithu, recommended somebody who does both mixing and is able to make original songs. Those are more expensive, but oh my God, they do incredible work. So this cover is going to be a test because it's very fairly priced, and I got the green light from my sibling that they're trustworthy and everything, and they do already have reviews. So I just talked to them, and they're like, yeah, that I can do that. Might, depending on how the recording goes, I might ask you to do a line or two again. And I'm like, oh, that's perfect. The fact that she mentioned that, and it was like, I don't know if it's if they're a she, so I'm gonna say they. I don't know. Usually with that, you would have to pay an extra fee, which I'd be more than willing. It's very fairly priced, but it can get pretty pricey if you kind of start wasting their time. I don't think I'm that not musically talented. I have my moments. I'm not tone deaf, but when it comes to harmonies, that's when things get sticky. They get sticky. Anyways, so music video. I'm looking for an editor. I found somebody. They might be the most expensive bit. I do have some friendly acquaintances that I could ask, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm looking for an editor. I found one. I like it. It'll be probably the most expensive part. So I want the assets that I give them when they're editing everything together to be worth it. So I'm debating whether to use my live 2D in a mix of a PNG or just a PNG to see if that can cut down on like production time. Probably not, since it's just such an easy asset to throw in. I don't know. I asked them for a quote. They said, hey, if you're something long like a music video, just hit me up with the idea and I'll give you a quote. So I'm waiting on the quote. So you might be wondering, what am I going to sing? What is the music video? It's a Christmas music video. I know if I can't get it productionally made on my own, like get all the assets together for people to do it professionally, I can do the bootleg Jenta thing, like the Jenta Anamanaguchi cover that is banned in certain countries. Yeah, that's nice to know. I didn't know it was banned in other countries because I do have one song and I made the music video. I literally made like everything that you see, even though there's not much to see. I made it. Not the song. The song was somebody else's creation, but I added my name. And I drew my freaking monitor and desk and keyboard and fucking speakers that when I was upset, I raged and just finally tore apart because they were broken to hell anyways. But they're a part of it and it's funny to me. Oh man, if it's available in your country, you can find it pretty easily. I'm also sorry if my character looks very grumpy. The setup is weird. I calibrated it wrong. Anyway, so yeah, it's gonna be a Christmas song. I'm gonna leave some mystery in case, things fall through and then I get bummed out and I don't want to commit because then I mentioned it. I'm a bad jinxer. Anytime I say I'm doing something, it might get thrown out. So at the end of the day, I am planning for something for Christmas. That's the only thing. It might be posted before Christmas, it might be posted after Christmas. I don't think I'm allowed to post it on Christmas. Mama Jenta has put her foot down and said, okay, you're driving yourself crazy by these special dates, like all the holidays and birthdays and anniversaries. I basically got banned from it because I'm so perfectionistic, it's unhealthy, and yeah, I do work myself into a tizzy so bad that it becomes unbreathable. That's basically what happened with Kitten Jenta, little Kitten Jenta, who I am today. That's what happened with that debut. I can't watch it back because it's garbage. It is garbage. God, that was such an ordeal. I would dare say it was traumatic how much of like a rush and procrastination and an overthought I put into my debut. And it had like wholesome moments, but literally in the moment, what you can't see behind the screen, I was a mess. I was a serious mess. Like, damn. Like, the origin of like Kitten Jenta, like that little video in the beginning, it had a whole different freaking story than what I portrayed in the debut, but I didn't have time to flesh it out. I had procrastinated so long that I literally finished editing it just like within the hour before my debut. Don't do that. Seriously, don't do that. That's like school, except you're doing something because you want to do it out of love and stuff, and then it became toxic. Anyways, the point is, it's banned from being on the date of Christmas unless it's already all done and said for, and I have the finished product. I could put it on a schedule and we can all watch it together, and then we have, oh wait, I can't have a celebration live on Christmas because I'm banned. Shoot! We'll talk about it on the next stream if it ever gets posted. I'm already thinking too much ahead. Anyway, but yeah, that's basically what has happened in the past, like, over 24 hours. I have no concept of time, and I fall asleep in the middle of the night. Like, it's 5 a.m. right now, and I'm gonna go to bed. Like, I took my meds. I'm tired. I can't read. I can't draw. I'm getting a second wind. That's not good. So I'll be taking one hydroxyzine, and not much else. Let me see. Was there anything else that I'm doing editing? Oh, right. Thank you guys for being so supportive. Why do I look so grumpy? Can you be happy for a minute? Come on. Be happy. Oh, it didn't make smiling any easier. I think it is now. But thank you for the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your guys' support. You've been very helpful. Thank you to those that listened to my description when I was having that meltdown update that I posted. I don't remember what it's called. I think I cried about the dog park. Honestly, it's kind of passed through my mind. I must have said something that was traumatic because I'm blocking it out. Um, but thank you. I said in the description, please don't baby me. Please kind of harass me in like a nice way of like, hey, Jenta, just work on it. Just work on it. Don't sit on your butt. Just kind of work on it. Even if it's like what you think is nothing, work on it. Right? Because before I was just sitting on my ass and feeling so horrible. And your guys' support has literally helped me be motivated in a non-toxic way. Like, anything that has happened that has delayed progress has been an actual, like, not my fault thing. It's not just me being stupid, right? Kind of like the argument, and fucking grandpa, and then Dreamy being sick, and a few other things. Like, they're valid excuses outside of, like, what usually is me. It's like, I just am too depressed to get out of bed. And I'm like, well, if you're in bed, you can still do editing on your phone because you edit on your phone, you dingus. Right? At some points, there is a time and place for you to be able to intervene in your depression. Not always, but in my case, I was making me depressed. I was like practically obsessed with being depressed because it was like the only thing I had control over, which is a whole nother topic we can talk one day about. Ooh boy, I want to do like streams about like psychological stuff, just like how the human brain works, because there's so many things that we have built in our brain that we don't need anymore. I mean, we need them, but I wish we had like that switch where we can be like, okay, that's an unneeded thought. We shut it down. Like we could shut it down, and we don't have to deal with like the overabundance of that thought or emotion or spectrum of our brain being active. It gets complicated. But anyways, working on it. I'm working on stuff. I can't wait to play more Catboys. I didn't play on my computer. Me and Mom had been hanging out most of today. Yeah, we both fell asleep on the couch. We fell asleep on the couch. I slept 3 hours, and Mom had just gotten to her room. Usually when the house gets quiet, we all wake up because we know somebody's gone. And we're like, hey, where'd everybody go? We're very sensitive like that. And then I went to my bed, and I got like an additional 11 hours of sleep. Where the nights before, apparently I only got 3 hours of sleep. Oh, and that was before I blew up about my grandpa. Right. Yeah, so sleep deprivation could have attributed to the bad mood, but it was so real. And the worst part about the argument, it wasn't even an argument. My mom was listening, and she was like, yeah. Anyways, it's bad. We'll get into it some other day, but not now. The door was open. It was like summer outside, and it's like gonna snow tomorrow. And it was like, what the heck? We had like a weird little blip, and it was like, hey, look at this. It's nice out. And so we had the doors open, and then I'm like screaming. Man, I feel like a teenager. I just feel like a teenager. This has always happened in my life. What most of you guys have done normally, like, kind of rebel, it has taken me 3 to 5 years to catch up to that. 3 to 5 years. I was already behind in school. That's a fact. But anyways, okay, I'm done. I'm done. I gotta go to bed. I gotta put lotion on my neck. Stuff to do, like putting myself to sleep, which takes a lot of effort. But yeah, just thank you guys for listening and caring. I really appreciate the support. That I feel like I'm finally taking the support properly, because before I dismissed it and it was very like, the only word I can think of is just, you're stupid. You had something good and you ruined it. And now I'm like, no, I have a good thing and it is a good thing. So yeah, I will see you guys never. So far that's been working out, saying I'll never see you again. That's going to be my new catchphrase. I will never, ever, ever, ever see you again. We're going to have a compilation one day. I'll make it. I have a compilation for the Catboy Paradise where I mention poop a lot. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look at the episode. Put it on 2 times if you think I'm being too slow with the story, because I went on a lot of tangents. I'm working on how to be better at visual novels and the such. I talked about poop a lot and a lot of other things, but there's poop mentioned a lot. I want to get those clips together and it'll be like an upload. Anyways, alright, I'm done. Put this away and I can go nighty night. Goodbye forever. I'll never see you again. Never, 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 ever, never, never. Goodbye. Goodbye. My mouth is so freaking dry. Shut off!